Once upon a time, Nakia got a recipe book and finally friggin' used it. Alright, so if I can figure it out, for lunch this week, we are doing this easy crockpot chicken enchilada chili. But we are finally going to open up the larger slow cooker. So I took the 4-quart home. I have an 8-quart now. We're going to use that and call it a day. Okay, and then I'm also going to make these hearty make-ahead breakfast bowls, which is what will like to come out. By the way, I got this from Michael's. It was like 20% off, so got that. And for the make-ahead breakfast bowls, you'll need 3 pounds of red potatoes. I'm putting in breakfast sausage. You don't need this. The recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm going to use it. You're going to need 9 large eggs, some cheese, and then any toppings that you want. So for me, I'm doing sour cream and salsa. I actually forgot to mention that you'll need olive oil, and that is for when you dice the potatoes. I'm gonna dice mine in my vegetable chopper so that they're all the like the same what do you call it, same shape, same size and everything. And then I also wanted to mention that I normally use this Reynolds wrap, which is just a heavy duty, and I started using the Reynolds wrap heavy duty non-stick, and this was sent from like Athena herself, because like it ain't come to play. This be no joke. Like, this seriously sent from the gods. These are gonna be for my containers for the sour cream and salsa, because I don't want to put them on top like this says, because I mean I don't want my salsa hot, I don't want my sour cream hot. Like, I like the potatoes to be hot, the eggs to be hot, and then you have like your cool factor of salsa and sour cream. You feel me? Side note, instead of using 10 of these cups, 1 for sour cream, 1 for salsa, I decided to do half salsa, and then I put the sour cream on top. 1, that saves me on these little beauties right here. 2, salsa has a lot of sodium, and as we know, I'm pregnant, so I don't need all of that. I don't need that on my conscience. And 3, I ran out of salsa. Should have probably put that on my list. I officially finished all of the potatoes. So we have this set here, and then we have this set here. So I'm about to drizzle it with olive oil, put chili pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and a little bit of paprika, and then throw it into the oven for 400 degrees at 45 minutes. So these are the ingredients for the chicken enchilada chili. So you will need red enchilada sauce, chili beans with the mild chili sauce, diced tomatoes with red with green peppers, reduced sodium black beans. I would always do reduced sodium, and if you're buying from a can, if you can. Obviously, like, this wasn't and that wasn't, so you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. You need chicken broth, low sodium, and then you also need 8 ounces of cream cheese, and they want it to be very soft. So since I have the potatoes in the oven right now, I'll let that oven heat get on here and make it really, really moist and whatnot. And then of course you need at least 2 pounds, well, a pound and a half of chicken breasts. I think I got, what did I get? 1.61. So yeah. My boyfriend did not defrost this the way I wanted him to, so I'm trying to do that as quick as possible without killing myself. So since I was doing everything else, I maybe forgot to turn my links and burnt them on the edges. But that's okay. That's alright. They're being chopped up anyway and put with the eggs and whatnot, so things are pretty much done. I'm just leaving them on for a little bit longer because I didn't, like I said, obviously they're burnt, so I didn't do this quite often like I was supposed to. So I don't know if that inside is cooked. I highly doubt it, so I'll leave them in for about 2 to 3 more minutes and then throw the other ones in. Cut these up. Then I'll have the potatoes ready. They have about 31 minutes. Put these on top, and then I'll put the eggs on top of it. So my layers are going to be eggs, sausage potatoes. As burnt as they might look, they're actually perfect. On point. I am low-key starting a fire in here, so trying to pay attention to these bad boys. Look at the flick of their wrist. Ew. Damn it, burnt myself. Favorite thing about eggs is that they don't take long to cook at all. At all. Another thing, don't be like me and like scraping the bottom of your perfectly good pan. Use a spatula or something rubber. Don't be like me. My mother would be so disappointed. So I recently just turned these over and they have, let's check. Ooh, oh, that's great. Thanks. 18 more minutes, which is really 10 more minutes because I put it for 10 minutes longer. So in the meantime, I put the eggs and the sausage. Obviously, all of this is not going with this. This is for the course of the 5 days at work. Just put these on the side so I could do the dishes, kind of be more efficient and not just have everything just sitting out, especially while I have the door open, because like I said, I really was starting a fire. And since we live in like a half a house, there's no smoke detector, so yeah. But so yeah, so that's what I'm at right now. These seem to almost, it's like they're still frozen here, so I might Google, like, maybe not even Google, I might just throw them in the crock pot, because I mean they're going in the crock pot, so right, I don't know, we'll see. I'll Google some stuff, see what I can do, call it a day, throw out the garbage, and then finally sit my fat self down because my baby has decided to sit right here while I'm moving. So that's the point I'm at. My favorite thing about this crock pot is that they take the same liners as my old one, which like I said was a 4-quart, and this is an 8. And I could not find 8 anywhere, not even like on Amazon. I couldn't find any. But that it also has this keep warm button, which my other one did not have. So this is a Hamilton Beach. My old one was the Crock-Pot brand itself. I'm pretty sure like this will be just as good as that one, you know, but larger. And when it comes to the frozen chicken, you can obviously use frozen chicken, you just have to increase the cook time. So it's already 6:10 p.m. and the recipe is low for 5 to 8 hours or high for 3 to 5. You're just pretty much waiting for the chicken to easily shred. I think I'll just put it on low so that by the time I get up at like 5 in the morning, it's done, and then just deal with it that way because I'm really tired. And like I said, this baby is kicking my butt. So the potatoes are almost done. I already turned off the stove. I'm just waiting because this side is like a lot more like crunchier on the outside than this one, so I turned it off and just kind of let them both just sit in here for a while. But I think I'll actually take this one out, leave this one in for about 2 more minutes, and then just call it a day for breakfast. So see you then. So this is the end product. Now these are missing its eggs because I rather do it either the night before or the day of. I don't really know how I feel about making them all on a Sunday and then eating them till Friday. I mean, the recipe says you can do it, but I don't know. I have a thing with like fresh eggs or like day before because it's like, all right, leftover eggs or whatever. So this is what you're gonna get. Isn't my container cute? That's my son. Love it. So right now I have the chicken. They say, well, it's not that it says to not season it, but it just says to put your uncooked chicken and then everything else on top. But I mean, I love flavor, so I seasoned mine. And then I'll put all of this. Everything will go in just like this except for the black beans. Of course, you want to rinse them and drain them and then put them into your crock pot or whatever you're cooking with, large pot, pressure cooker, whatever. So this is everything canned, or like the corn was not canned, so bagged with the chicken at the bottom. That's supposed to be in there. So now I'm gonna add the chicken broth, the seasonings, which is cumin, paprika, and it's supposed to be chili powder. I've been using cayenne. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. And chili powder. So once I put all that in, you stir it. You put it on low or high, whatever you're gonna do, and you call it a night. So I did forget to add the measurement so that you also need salt and pepper. So after you stir this up, like I said, you're going to put it on low, high for however many hours. You're going to need half a tablespoon of ground cumin, 3/4 of paprika, 1 teaspoon of, I love how I said tablespoon. These are all teaspoons. 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, a fourth teaspoon of pepper, and 1.5 tablespoons of chili powder. For me, since I love spicy things, I actually added a tablespoon of the cayenne pepper that I had out originally. So like I said, I'm gonna put this on low for 8 hours. I've been keeping it warm. Gonna put this on low, gonna press that back, do the dishes, and see you when I decide to shred the chicken. So this is the shredded chicken. There's no talking for me because I'm so tired and it's so early. Inside is the sour cream that I left at room temperature. I'm just gonna mix that up. And pretty much that's it. You're pretty much done. You're just gonna wait for that to cook on low for, I believe it was 30 minutes. And once that's done, your chicken tastes good. You like the taste and, you know, the seasoning. You don't feel like you need to add anymore. You're done for the night. And now that everything is cooked and ready to go, that is the end of this story.